Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
It comes out.
Not
now.
pre-recorded.
That was cool.
Live, fresh. Mr. Benson,
Yeah,
it's been a minute.
it's been a minute.
Black Remnant is back. I mean,
Yeah.
celebrate.
Yeah.
Take it to the next level.
I mean, we're back from PAX Unplugged.
True.
A lot of things happened.
A lot of things did happen. In fact, a new character was introduced and has now, IRL been embodied by one of our best friends, Jasmine Bular, that bronze girl.
There are many among people that I would consider among my best friends at this table. There's some that I would not.
It's not a.
I won't clarify who is
It's
whom.
not 100%.
It's not 100%.
There is some.
But there is
ambiguity.
25% of this table that I don't like.
One of them may have glasses.
And I'll leave you to decide if that's me or someone else at the table.
I didn't know it was like that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, we should just jump right into the meat of the game, I guess. It sounds like there's some hostility, some aggression.
Scared?
It's honestly it's perfect for the characters that you're about to play.
I think that it is actually a really, really nice mix. But anyway, I mean, you give them the meat, give them the basic
No,
meat.
I think you should recap what happened to you, what decisions you made specifically at PAX Unplugged.
Well, so
You'll remember that
Yeah.
Editroon had a mission for you.
a private channel that I left open.
Yeah.
Editroon.
Yes, exactly.
Now,
Our secretive contact,
yeah.
right?
That
Jerry had a crush on.
I thought maybe I had a chance. Yeah, Jasmine, you might not have known that.
That's not what I signed up for, audience. I don't want any part of that.
I don't either. You understand? Like, Stavron Otho he's like an F-boy. You know what he is? Stavron Otho is essentially the virgin F-boy. Try to imagine what a twisted personality that is. Well, it's your son. So, who's to blame here, really?
He exhibits.
This is what you created.
He exhibits fatherless behavior, and that's because he doesn't have one.
No, that's
So
a big
I'm
part
doing
of it.
I'm doing my best,
No, but so what Stavron Otho discovered is, after having discovered a piece of information that suggested that the Draconis Combine was making a move like on a system, we've done different jobs and different tasks trying to forestall open war. And during our very first live game ever, we discovered that there was, in fact, like a custom instrument that the Draconis Combine had developed. Imagine a Ferris asteroid, hollowed out, transformed into something like a railgun that they were using to move material cheaply and quickly to the front. And we essentially got a mission with the help of my mother, Hannah Otho, who it turns out is the same person as Editroon. Watch out, or Editroon.
Yeah.
Let's chill out on some of the fantasies. And obviously, like there's a lot of content out there. There's a lot of stuff on Archive of Our Own, and we don't have to go into some of the particulars of that. But that's not canon, is what I'm saying. And we managed to destroy this instrument, and the fantasy is that might stop the war planning for months and at least give them an opportunity to prepare better while the Draconis Combine was able to sort of redouble its efforts on its side. But we've created a breathing space between these two combatants with a very, very small force.
And you were able to narrowly escape the planet as the fighting force came back.
Yeah.
And
we had to get out on foot. Like it was one of the coolest fights in the
game.
game.
You and Hannah had to run into and dive basically into the bay as the doors slammed shut behind you.
While, our Wunderkind over here, Rashawn Cole.
I think you mean Wonder Kid.
Yeah, Wonder Child, I think is the correct term. But also Zigzag were essentially covering our escape in their mechs.
Don't forget the motherfucker.
Yeah. Obviously, Oberon.
Oberon.
They're in the mix as well. And so, but we'd never actually done anything like that in the game where mechs are actually covering individual people moving through this equipment. But we were able to get through, I think I took a shot, but we were able to get back into the ship.
You took a shot. You spent a card to point blank shoot someone in the head.
Oh, absolutely. No. I mean, I took a shot myself into my flak.
Oh, sure.
But essentially, we were able to get onto the ship and then, get out of there before anything else was destroyed. And there was a very and the relationship between Stavron and his mother is sort of complex at this point.
Because you have a crush on her?
Well, yeah.
Are you
No.
Oedipus complex?
Oedipus.
That's yeah.
No,
Thank
we're
you
not-
for explaining my joke.
Oh, it was actually high quality. It was amazing. No, all I'm saying is that, no, that's not it. It's that he was under the impression, like a big part of it, he's made his personality, he has made his personality as like the wily orphan, and now he's like, I gotta change my whole brand.
Because you're not an orphan anymore.
Well, no, yeah, now he doesn't know. He's like, he's built all this psychological framework around having no support up here, and now he's like right back in the mix with
support.
With like talented veterans, right when he is running the company incorrectly. Like it's a pretty good spot to come in, honestly.
And you'll also remember that Fergus Mack, who was your business partner on Old Kentucky with the tabs, from what you saw from Oberon and his nanobots,
Yes,
he came in.
he
before
stole
you stole
our robots.
3 nanobots,
Yeah. Okay, so
and you were on your way back, headed
yes.
back there.
Now, something that I want to tell you as Jasmine, but also as Hannah Otho, is that there is a food called an Old Kentucky dog. And they're not edible in the classic sense. People buy them sort of as a cultural practice, but then they throw them away. It's an all beef. It's a toasted bun, an all beef frank, and then it's slathered in cheese curds and gravy. And it's a bitter gravy, and the cheese curds have a rubber band like bitterness. So no one really likes to eat them, but everyone feels
How do
strongly
you know what a rubber
compelled.
band tastes like?
I mean, I'll go into it after the show, but it wouldn't be the first time I ever ate one or chewed on one. Okay? Anyway, but you kind of get it. Like, you know that it's not something you want to bite. You don't want to bite it.
So our first scene opens up in the bay of the Calypso. Everyone is there. Hannah, Roshan, Kenji, Stavron, Zigzag. Zigzag is assessing all of the damage that Stavron had done to his own mech.
But mechs get damaged. It's not, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the first time a mech has ever been damaged, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, and it's not the second or third time that your mech has been this obliterated.
A lot of times, okay, so there's not much of a mech left. The mech is essentially just like a pair of shoes at this point. Most of everything above the shoe is perforated like a sieve.
Yeah, and she's just looking it up and down. Again?
Well, I feel like it's incumbent upon me as the commander of this vessel to provide you, our lead engineer, head engineer, primary engineer. Which one sounds right to you? You can have whatever you want. I want to make sure that you are getting a steady stream of novel challenges. And I think the best way that I can do that is to fail on the battlefield and, provide you with a sort of pinata here that you can examine, explore, and learn, improve yourself. Iron sharpens iron.
You're an idiot. And she just walks and starts to look at the other mechs. And the scene is yours.
Absolutely. So, Mom, we're heading back.
I'm sorry. This is my first time playing Battletech. This is I play your daughter.
I know. I'm not saying that it isn't complicated. It's sophisticated, and like I said,
I wasn't ready for you to like full send it, you know?
No, I'm just telling you, AO3 has got some content that we're not going to refer to.
Oh my God.
I wrote it. But what I'll say is, so Mom, we're heading, I don't know if you've ever been to Old Kentucky. We're heading back there. I created a lucrative business opportunity and I did so with a brigand and a violent man who stole things off of our ship, and I'm going to have to kick his ass when I get there. But let's not worry about that right now. The main thing I want to make sure that you understand is to not eat the Old Kentucky dog. People are going to be putting this in front of you. It's an all beef frank. And then for some reason, they have put poutine on top of it. No one's eating it, right? So you don't have to eat it either. I don't want you to feel like you have to eat it if somebody brings you one. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's more lucrative ways for you to make money instead of wasting your time on such trivial pursuits.
Well, I think that I'm sort of an all of the above, like when it comes to business. I feel like Dad taught me to sort of like look at everything on the list and try to maximize profit. And
That was your takeaway?
Yeah, and so what I did, and I think you're going to be impressed.
And also join the mob.
Yeah, exactly. and what Rashawn, shut up. Don't worry about him. What I did was I was able to enter into a business arrangement where there's a tiny piece of paper on these hot dogs, not the hot dog itself, obviously, but the little dish, the tray, and they're collectible. They represent famous mech warriors, famous mechs, famous conflicts, and it's something obviously we're very excited about. There'll be some incredible growth in Q1, and are you impressed at all by any of the things that I said? Do you think Dad would like it? Or again, the hot dogs, you don't eat those. It's mostly about the thing now. I'll show you. Here, no, I'll show you some of these. Yeah, and so I'm going to bring you back into the very, very back of the Calypso. There's a giant Atlas head,
As you're moving,
lifeless eyes.
as you're moving back, you see Oberon in his vestments.
Oh yeah,
or in
his
their vestments,
his sacred vestments.
and still tons of the nanobots, and they're still printing out the little signs.
Oh, these sad tales.
Yeah, that's a Jed, Brent, and Francine.
Absolutely. Now, I just want to show you some of it. Like, I think that once you see the tabs, you're going to be like, all right, son, you did okay. You did okay this time, all right? And so I'm going to bring one out. It's bone dry. There's no hot dog in there, no grease, no gravy. And then right at the end, you can see a little nubbin of paper right at the edge. And I turn that towards you with a lot of excitement, maybe too much. And I say, just give it a little tug. You're going to like what you see. Oh, wow. You pull it off, and it unfolds 4 ways. And you can see a little picture of someone else who was here on the ship, Rashawn Cole, and a little picture of his mech. It's holographic. It's really, really exciting. Even here in the darkling light, back in the edge, there's something tantalizing about it. You need more.
Well, that's nice. What do you do with it now that you have it?
You keep it. You having it is only the first part of the brand journey. You have it, and then you keep it.
For what purpose would you keep it?
Well, to look at and fantasize maybe about the exploits of these powerful mech warriors and the houses they represent. I mean...
Oh, so it's pornography.
Well, it depends on if you mean that in a good or a bad way. Because if it's good pornography, then yes. If it's puerile, base material, then of course I'm not involved in anything like that.
And this is a lucrative business for you.
Not really. I mean, not yet. I'm hoping that it gets to a place where it doesn't cost me millions and millions of C-bills.
Okay.
But it's got the robots on there, and people like robots. I mean,
It's nice, son.
yeah, right. See, this is how I feel. Also, just as a heads up, and then I just sort of like sotto voce, like off the side of my mouth, I say, the cleaning robots that we used to have on this ship are definitely 100% alive. And they did build a god for themselves, and they do worship it. So, and I'm not saying that you have to worship it, but I'm saying that this did happen. And, to tip the cap every now and then. I mean, you don't have to sing any songs. And this thing is monstrous. Like, it's a multi-legged gun emplacement with a chain gun for a face that's draped in candles and sacred robes, attended by devices that are, in their proper purpose, designed to clean and scrub. They are not cleaning and scrubbing. In fact, the ship has never been dirty.
Have you thought about maybe reprogramming them or resetting them in some way?
What do you mean?
Like going into their software and doing some housekeeping?
There's a lethal gaze from Oberon. The head gently turns toward you. There's a purr of a chain gun. I say, I don't think it's safe. I don't even know where the reset button is on that thing. I don't think it's just like get a pin and put it in, like, and I don't mind sweeping. That's the thing. Like, I've begun to take a lot of pleasure in it. Thank you so much for coming to the show, Jeff. The virgin F-boy, that is Stavron Otho. Somehow.
I'm pretty good with computers. Do I think he's telling...
Scene is now yours to control as a micro GMing.
Yeah, if you have the coin, you can describe anything that happens in the game. So for you especially, this is a dangerous weapon. No, because you've got like your GM skills are like at the forefront.
You know how to do this.
This is very scary. Like for me, I might do some weird stuff. For you, you may become the game's permanent DM, and so we have to be careful. When we put a coin in front of you, we don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah.
But yes, you have all of your rad skills. You can do whatever you want.
You can control NPCs. You can
control player characters.
Other characters. So you control the scene.
Destinies are super cool. The role-playing part of this is super cool.
Yeah,
It's very indie shit.
It's also feels like a power
Too much power?
a power rush.
So just so you know, as you receive the coin, Stavron is very pleased. In fact, I've gone and got a broom. And like, see, it's like this. It's just dirt on the floor. You move it around with this object.
No one in this entire campaign has been able to stop him from his bullshit. My character has a charisma 1. Like he doesn't really know what's happening at any given time, but like
he has to be stopped, Jasmine. Someone has to do it. I can't do it. Eric can't do it.
I think, while Stavron is kind of putting on this dog and pony show with the broom.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
And the gun that was like kind of pointed at you and purring is still gently purring. I take advantage.
It's like a mean dog.
Yeah, of the distraction. And kind of start sidestepping carefully towards Oberon and just like looking at the back, at the wiring.
First, give me a reflex check. or if you have another skill
That might be more applicable.
applicable to sneaking around or...
I have a +1 to stealth from covert op.
Okay.
Now we're talking.
So you're going to roll 2d6 plus your reflex number
Okay.
plus a 1 for stealth.
It's easy.
That's a 9.
Oh.
I rolled really low.
So as you're jaunting over, trying to be
Sidling.
sneaking around as Oberon has his gaze upon Stavron, you just subtly, your foot hits a couple wrenches and Oberon's turret face just switches over and beams at you and is staring you down.
I put my hands up and say, was just paying my respects. And I make a show of paying my respects.
Doing your gesticulations.
And I plant a C8 charge as I do so.
Okay.
How big of an explosion is a C8 charge?
Well, the hold is quite large, but we are also underway, Mother. Here, as you're doing this, like I don't even notice it. I'm like, oh, they're becoming friends.
I place it like an offering.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I really sell it.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sweeping like crazy. Like I really want her to know that I'm working hard. And the head of the broom like snaps off and like sort of like skirts and skates about 20 feet away. And I, oh shit. And I go over and I try to get it. And I try to put it back on, but it's broken forever.
That's what you use this on?
I only use them to do weird bad things that make me look bad. Yes.
So essentially what happens is he used this to kind of take control of the scene and break the initiative and then
so-
make a plot point.
So I see that
Understood.
she's trying to give Oberon something, and I think that that's pretty good. But now that my broom is broken, I can't really sweep it anymore. I'll just dig deep gouges into the floor. It's not safe. And so I'm going to come over, and I see that she's trying to pay her respects, and you've placed a bomb on the ground.
Like a satchel
for it
charge.
to- Mom, what are you doing? This is.
I just, sometimes I get a little defensive when something points a gun at my
Well,
child.
and I can understand why you might think that, but we're pals. Put my arm over the barrel. I say, we hang out. We are just a couple bros. Now, he's metal, I'm flesh, it's fine. We have worked it out. We're doing good, aren't we?
And the turret lifts you up a little bit.
Yeah,
like a seesaw.
we're having a great time. This is the type of normal thing we do. And I just like scooch the bomb a little bit toward you with my foot. Like, no, you don't.
You wouldn't take a gift from your friend.
Yeah, but is it a gift? That's the.
Of course it's a gift.
Is it?
Oh, yes.
For who?
For Oberon.
I say, Oberon, do you want that? And the gun swings left and right. And I say, he doesn't want it, Mom. It's not for him. Sorry.
I take back the satchel charge. The detonator that was in my hand goes back.
Say, see, now everybody's having a great time. Come on, let me show you the rest of the place. I mean, I'm sure you remember it, but we've done some cool things. I broke my door. I don't know if you know how to fix that. My door's fucked. It gets stuck.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, it gets super stuck. It doesn't close all the way. It's not private in there. You know what I mean?
I
But
assume
I think
you
maybe that
probably
makes me a
need-
better manager. Like maybe people think the door's always open. I don't know.
Roshan, you start to see Hannah and Stavron walk through the bay. What you do notice is Zigzag has done her assessment of the mechs. She's already back in the simulator.
All right.
She's trying to win.
High
What
score.
Yes.
what do I see on the simulator as I walk over
She's
screen?
She's actually completing more jump missions and
So she's not
LRM
in the
missions.
she's not in the actual
The gauntlet.
No, she is in the gauntlet. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
She's just in later
Yeah,
levels.
she's in higher levels of the gauntlet.
Okay. Do I see any difference in aptitude?
Yes, noticeable.
Okay.
That makes it harder. That makes it harder.
So Roshan takes note of her current, I guess, high score, and just takes a mental note for the next time he is building a routine for her.
Oh, to do something legitimate,
Yes.
something useful.
And heads back to his quarters to start working on that routine, to plug it in, to get it ready, so that before we get to Old Kentucky, he can get a real sense of where she's at with her skills.
He's very serious.
I intercept him and give him the holographic card and say, here, apparently my son is a fan of you and collects dirty pics of you. I felt that you should know.
And Roshan being
And
Roshan,
consent.
he does what he's told. He takes the tag and says, thank you.
Rashawn doesn't know. Like, there's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that Rashawn doesn't know. Rashawn is in his own show. Like, that's the thing you have to keep in mind about Rashawn. But no, but everywhere you look, the places, things are worse than you remember. Like, it's deteriorating. Stavron sees Stavron sees the ship like the ship that he grew up in.
Yeah.
Any other person who looks at it sees that it is melting down,
Coming apart at the seams.
and he's just overjoyed. He's just like, right, she's gonna see everything that I'm seeing.
I think you should get a percentage of sales if your likeness is being used. But
Mom,
I think you know,
that's not they have a contract, an existing contract.
If she only knew the whole.
you seem like a good boy, and I feel like you should know. And
You have your own boy.
so I'm aware.
Rashawn is just
Still
he
there?
has the tag and he's just walking. He knows that you are going in the direction of the commander's quarters, and he's trying to get to his quarters, but he doesn't know how to end the conversation.
Yeah.
So he's just sort of following you.
That's okay. You also have your own son, in a way, which is this
I?
vessel.
Oh. Whew. All right. All right. I thought. Wow.
And I'm not judging you. I just have. Why don't you walk me through your typical day, and we can see if maybe there's space in there.
Some room. Absolutely. Well, and obviously, there's going to be an opportunity to optimize the processes. I mean, that's the
Okay.
fact. And I appreciate that you're here and that you're taking a steady hand. I appreciate it.
At Roshan's quarters is coming.
Yeah.
And Roshan is looking at you guys and looking at the quarters and looking at you guys. And as you walk,
I'll just
keep
gesture
walking
and
in,
you can go in there.
Roshan starts to slow down.
Yeah.
He went to his quarters.
Where are you going?
Do you need me?
It's fine.
As a member of this
Commander?
vessel, do you not have some sort of say in how it's run, or do you not have an interest? Are you happy with the current circumstances that the
Very
ship
happy.
is in?
And he looks at the commander.
Big nod.
It's like, yes. May I go?
Yes. In happiness. Enjoy.
Thank you, Commander.
So another satisfied
Ducks into his quarters.
boy. I don't know. And look, the first thing, and I do need your help actually.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of reasons. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why I'm glad you're here. I was over. Obviously, you're alive. This has to be considered optimal, I think, from a mother-son perspective. Now,
I suppose you could say that there would be other factors that would make it.
No, yeah, elevate it, right?
Yeah.
And so then we get to my room, and the door is fruitlessly halfway open and halfway closed. And I'm like, it's fucked.
I think she just starts crying.
That was the last straw.
Yeah. I think she starts weeping.
Oh my God. No.
Like openly. And it's like when your mom cries and it's no, it's bad.
No,
There's
no,
strings
it's this
of
bad.
There's strings of snot.
Whoa,
There's
whoa.
just like just openly just
No, I know how to fix it. And I'm like, ugh. I had it fixed once, and then it got broke again.
your cleaning pots don't work and you can't fix a door. You treat your best pilot like garbage.
Well,
I'm a horrible
he doesn't know
mother.
how he's being treated. Hey, no, here. And take your hands. I take your hands and put them in here.
Instant noodles every day.
He actually does eat noodles.
Oh my God!
Mom, a lot of times we cannot afford noodles. See, look, come here. No, put your hands together. Just warm. Just cup them here. Come on. And then I say, no, you gotta have to squeeze to get into the room a little bit, but it's fine. It's fine. And I put it in, and then my room itself just smells like a crock pot that has been cooking socks and fallen fruit. It's rich and sweet, but dark and earthy.
I can't. I'm sorry.
And then he makes his bed. And he just pushes it all over, and he's like, look, just, hey. No, it's fine.
What is that?
It's fine.
Is that...
No one knows. And so, we don't think about it a lot if we can help it, right? I mean, I think maybe that's what space smells like. I don't, like maybe that's the stink of space. But listen, I know that maybe things are operating a little bit differently than they have in the past. And I know that this is a smell that is not good. I mean, it's not a first choice smell, but it's working. I know that it looks crazy. And I look over at the screen and I see that, and it has the current C-bills, like they have current accounts. And I close it down and I say, it's working. It looks a little crazy right now, but we're moving fast. We're hurtling through space toward another job. It's going to turn money over.
This doesn't happen all at once.
What?
This is
this type of
defeat.
This type of decay
by degrees.
I hate how bad that feels like in real life.
And victory doesn't happen all at once either. It is also typically won in degrees.
Now I'm ashamed of my room. I'm looking around. The drawers are open, but there's no clothes in them. The clothes are just around the room. And I'm just going to start putting the clothes in the drawers.
She helps you.
Yeah,
help
I say no, that's
Not that one. That's dirty.
okay, yeah.
You don't put
that's not
dirty clothes in
yeah,
the
and
drawers.
honestly, that's not actually clothes. This is actually something I was eating. I'm gonna here. It's fine. It's fine. I put it over there. It's what should I do first?
Well, you identify what you can handle today, and maybe today it's just your clothes. And then
About half.
maybe tomorrow it's the door. And maybe the day after it's throwing away some of these empty food containers. And it's just an hour a day.
The smell might be some of the food.
I think some of it doesn't classify as food anymore.
And as you're having
Anyway,
this conversation,
this is why you don't use these fucking chips.
you get a knock on the door, and head.
You can clearly see who it is.
Oh yeah, exactly. They're right there.
You can clearly see both of you that Burnout is in the doorway.
Yeah.
His long silver hair, Hawaiian aloha shirt,
He has an aesthetic.
chomping on a cigar,
Unlit.
unlit this time. Everything okay, you two?
Yeah, I think so. I think things are getting better. Actually, I think we're moving in the right direction finally.
Nice to see you back, Hannah. It's been a while.
Yeah. And I'm like trying to play off that I was sobbing earlier.
How's he doing?
You
Just look around.
I agree. I know.
Yeah, he never said anything. I mean, I'm going to tell you that right now.
I pointed at the door.
This isn't.
Yeah,
And the bots, the cleaning
that
bot.
too. You almost got my daughter killed 3 times.
Well, hey.
You want to have a conversation with him about that?
Well,
Yeah, do
She
we
got
wanna
shot in the
have a-
chest 3 times.
well. Yeah, I mean that did happen. I can't beat those allegations. But
But he seems to be doing all right. And Burnout walks out the door.
I like stop folding the shirt that I'm folding, and my hands, as I pull my hands away, the shirt like sticks to it. So
the first thing I want to say, Mom, and I think I have a sense of where you're going with this, but I don't think that there are any laws in space. If that helps.
do you think that that's something that your father would have been happy to hear you say?
I hate this. I'm gonna sit on my bed, and then I'm just gonna lean to the right until my head hits the pillow, and then just tuck my legs up on the bed, and I say, no, I think he would hate it. I think he would hate it. But he doesn't know some of the things that I know. And to the extent that he left and allowed me a birthright, I think most of it has been stolen, and I'm not actually sure there's any way to get it back. I'm not sure there's any way to get it back. You know how big the Odysseus is. You know how big the Calypso is. These are different universes.
But victories are won by degrees.
I wish that the things that you said didn't sound like him.
Well, there's a reason we got married.
All right, I'm going to sit back up and I'm going to start putting clothes in drawers. And I mean, I think there's an opportunity for a montage. I'm just going to put that little chip out there.
Okay.
So I think it starts out with this, and then the very first part of this montage is me putting clothes away in a drawer. And then I open up another drawer to put clothes in, and it's full of food containers. So then those have to come out and get cleaned and sterilized. And
Wait,
then,
so one of your drawers looks like a refrigerator compartment?
yeah,
Or
yeah.
more like a trash can.
Yeah. Well, it looks like a buffet, frankly. You pull it out, you see the hot trays. And then the next day, it moves out to the door where he is sort of working fruitlessly inside and outside. And then he is working on something, and about the time he's ready to give up on it, he sits back hard against the door, and it shuts completely. Then we start moving out into other areas. It becomes a little Disney princess. A tiny bird flits down. No. Now we're cleaning halls. Now we're cleaning halls.
80s working for a living plan.
Yes, exactly. No, everybody's working for the weekend. Now we're basically, but point by point from his room, he improves things like in a concentric ring. Like it starts from there, and then goes up to the cockpit, where he makes sure that each of the different terminals has the right software, makes sure that everything is wiped up, leather cleaner on the seats, cleans the big window in the very front of the cockpit. And then essentially the montage ends with him sitting out on the bartender side of the bar, out in the hold, looking out at an improved Calypso. But this is it takes a long time. This is like a 2-week.
Yeah, you have about 2 weeks left in your travel to
Old Kentucky.
Old Kentucky after
Home of the
this.
old Kentucky dog.
I like to do one thing.
No, you have to put chips in. This is the best game.
At the end of the 2 weeks, when you're
Yeah.
looking out at the improved Calypso,
It's fine if there's a base that's still fucked.
I gently guide you and show you that there is now like a glass display case with all of your holographic cards perfectly displayed in stands.
Oh, Bob. But it's like, does it show like a certain level of knowledge about the things? Like you have like the 4-piece,
Yeah.
the 4-piece tab together.
Yes.
Guys, I didn't even know I had that one. And I was like, you go in there, and I'm looking at it, and it's like you can have one if you want.
That would ruin the collection.
Well, God, you're right.
And
You're
then-
right. You better leave them all to me.
As this happens, several nanobots start scrambling up with boxes
Yeah.
and cases, and they just open the cases, and it is like thousands of tabs that haven't been opened yet. And they're like,
Just close it up. She doesn't have to know about that. Just close it up. Good. Close it up.
and they
Don't worry about this.
scurry back.
I mean, it'll make a great showroom when you're trying to sell these
No,
things.
exactly. Like when it's time to do sales, head over to the lighted case, and it's like, yeah, this is the situation. This is what it looks like. So yeah, like having it recognized, especially after the 2 weeks, that it's like whatever it is, you don't hate it, right? You wouldn't undergo the full ritual of it if it was something you thought was actively harming me.
No.
Right?
No. I don't think it's actively harming you. I think there's a healthy way to engage with
Yeah,
hobbies and still bake.
there's a healthy way to engage with tabs.
Yeah.
Now, we don't advocate
you
that,
can-
obviously, for the customer.
You can still love yourself and love other things.
Exactly right. And so he is going to have to do it because, I mean, this is what I would have had to do with my mom, and arguably it does still happen. So I'm going to go through and sort of tell you why a few of these tabs are really cool.
Are you gonna show her your Pokemon?
My Pokemans. Let me show you them. Some of you are like, okay, now this is Ball. We met. This is from the Chagos games. Now it's not considered. It isn't considered top tier, but it has a pretty aggressive. Like locally, it has a pretty aggressive scene, and Rashawn was able to ascend its heights. We actually, to the extent that we were able to make friends with this guy, and he joined us actually on a job out. Wow, Stavron, that's cool. No problem. I have a lot more great stories like that, and it's probably 20 minutes. It's probably individual, and then some of them are really bad. Like I don't actually really know who this guy is, but some people like him, and so we got the rights to do the tab. But
That's nice.
and then at the end it's like, okay, I think that's it. The last
6
one
hours
we gotta get all the way down for the low ones. It's like, this guy's actually kind of a dick. But so that's it. I mean, are there any questions?
No, I think you
Yeah.
preemptively answered any I could have had.
All right, now, who's your favorite?
That one, I just point.
Who is it?
It is Johannes Fuchs.
All right. Yeah, he's pretty good. Nice. I'll tell you a story about him someday.
Just a cool name.
It seemed good. I like that Fuchs at the end.
Yeah.
You remember Johannes was the one that...
Yes.
Oh, no. I know everything about Johannes Fuchs, but I don't have to tell my mom all of it. No,
Still in your service.
I know. Yeah, exactly. He's one of my liege lords. Close the case on the little
You're a little deflated.
magnetic. It's like, yeah, it's good. So where do you put this case? Like, where is it in the ship?
Like is there a common sitting area?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like with a couch?
Yeah, there's in the back part of the bay, there is a giant head of an Atlas mech that has been turned into a bar. So the front side of it, on the outside, there's seating where the two eyelids are, and the bar is inside the eyelids, and that's a tiki bar. But you can see that there is a door that lifts up into the head, into the cockpit, and inside it has more of an old style speakeasy vibe.
It's VIP.
In the back of the
Yeah,
back
it'd
of
be
the
in
head.
there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the nice spot. Absolutely. Yeah. So, but this also means that while I've been doing this other stuff, she has basically discovered every corner of the ship and understands it basically.
And when you go in there to put the tabs, Burnout walks in, and you see Burnout walk in.
Yeah.
And there is a string of that runs along the back bar, the old wooden bar in the back of the
Right.
Atlas head, and there are 3 wishbones left on top. And you see Burnout.
Well, this is an old ritual. Yeah.
You see Burnout come up and grab a wishbone, and you remember it as the one you put up up on the old ship, and he cracks it. He says, "It looks like we won't be needing this anymore," and he walks out.
What does this mean?
Yeah,
What does
yeah.
this ritual mean?
So it was an old in actual history. There's a bar in New York City that I used to go to that did this back in World War II. When fighter pilots would go out to war, they would hang a wishbone above the bar, and if they came back, they'd come back and crack the wishbone. If they didn't come back, the wishbones stood up.
I see. So the return. There we go. See, now you know.
Wow.
It feels good. I mean, I'm basically just gonna, while the rest of this stuff is happening, like this, the things that are wrong with my mongrel are not the sorts of things that I can fix. So I'm just gonna get the next.
You see,
I'm just gonna try to get the next batches.
yeah, but you
boiling.
see ZZ still as well, still in the simulator, not working in the legs.
Okay, so
But Roshan is intently watching the monitor,
oh really?
the feed of what she's doing in there.
Yeah. Well, here I'm gonna come up and take his. I'm gonna come up and take cues from him then, because my instinct is to.
And it's not
Pull the hat off.
It's not the gauntlet.
Oh, it's not.
It's
Not
it's
anymore.
like a traditional simulator, like what it's supposed to be used for, not a video game. And
Yeah, like real shit.
there's a distinct difference in the type of exercise that she's doing right now, and there's not a lot of movement involved, but it's all targeting.
Okay, so it's all about precise shots,
And
not big mobility
as
stuff.
you're watching, she is developing range finding abilities. She is being able to start to center of mass hit targets that are on the move, and really staying stationary.
Interesting.
And-
So he's produced a program for her that's designed to shore her up, basically.
Yes, and you know that your previous experience with the Gauntlet, the video game that she's been playing,
Yeah.
it's sort of less about movement and it's more
About power-ups and waves
power-ups
and
waves and
rich narrative.
but her trigger skills, her ability to target is getting better.
It's elevating.
It's elevating. And you think this might actually be something useful for you to have.
There's training.
Well, no. As in, if she's going to be on the field,
Yes.
it's in your best interest to keep her safe.
Oh, right.
So there's a role developing
Yes.
based on what Roshan has.
Well, yeah. So
Programmed.
essentially, he is looking at the team. He's looking at the arc and the shape of our little lance, right?
And
Your head falls off.
You don't even see Zigzag's head move or in her neuro helmet. She is still concentrating, and all you hear is, "Can I help either of you?"
You can. You can help the organization that you work for by repairing its battle mechs.
Oh, do I tell you how to do your job?
No, you're my employee.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll get the work done. Don't tell me how to do it.
But you haven't got.
Do I tell you how to make shitty business decisions?
Mechs are still being hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
On
she
the
is
screen.
just nailing it. Like,
Oh yeah. It's
Not
just
even-
shot after shot. They're just getting waxed. And I say, okay, well, I wonder if this will get her out of there. I say, well, I'm going to start repairs on the mongrel.
what?
Here we go.
You see the neural helmet fly off.
No, I'm gonna work on it right now. I got some good ideas. I think I know how most of it plugs in. Like a lot of it, not all of it.
Get out.
Some of it.
Get out.
No, I'm gonna twist this
Get
wrench.
out.
No, I'm gonna get.
Get out.
All right. Okay. All right. If you say so, like I understand that. Obviously you're a valued member of this crew.
And she puts the neural helmet back down. Goes back to the simulator.
So I'm going to go over to the mongrel. And I'm going to have the tools. And I mean, again, I grew up on these ships. I've seen it done a lot. That's the same as having the actual skill. But this seems like a family project.
Make me a reflex check.
Yeah. Just double?
No. Unless you got some kind of athletics or something.
I do have
There you
athletics,
go.
actually.
So 4.
Here we go. 8, 11, 12.
You, as
Actually,
you're,
no, 12, yeah.
as you're doing that, 3 rivets come flying, one between your legs, one above your head, and and one at your hand that has the wrench that you're trying to fix this mongrel with. And you just see Zizi back at the simulator outside with a rivet gun pointed at you. She said, "Don't touch it."
Well, no, somebody's got to touch it. It has to get touched.
Yeah,
Somebody's not touch it. By who?
Me.
When?
When I'm good and ready.
All right.
Have you ever not had a mech ready on time?
Yes, but not when you were taking care of them.
But all I'm hearing is buts.
Yeah.
You know, you used to do this when you were younger as well, and I have found success with negotiation. You know, you can play your game right now as long as you promise that it is done by Monday. You know, maybe.
God, this is it.
So just maybe consider that.
Oh, this is incredible.
Yeah, just, you know.
Now, Zizi, I understand that you love playing this game with your friends online.
It's not a game. This is real life.
But there's a time for play, and there's a time for not play, which we call work. And so maybe play for another hour, and then you can come back, and you can fix my fucking robot.
Okay, maybe you go up to the cockpit for another hour, get some work done, and then I'll think about, maybe fixing your
Yeah.
mech.
No, I hear what you're saying. That makes sense to me. Wisdom from the mouth of babes. And so I'm going to let her continue to work over there, and I'm definitely going to go back and crack open the mongrel manual. I'm going to go up inside the cockpit.
If you take another step up and you get a rivet just shoots.
Oh, it's already fucked up. I don't want any of that.
Mm-hmm.
I tried. Like, she's feral. We found her in a bush. Like, she's a dangerous animal. She has hydrophobia.
I don't think I probably don't need a plot point to do this, but I think I walk over to her.
Are you gonna? Oh shit! Are you gonna flex?
And
oh no!
I just say,
I'm horrified. Like I feel like I stand still and straight with my hands at the sides.
Roshan deep down remembers this also somehow, like preternaturally.
Oh yeah, mom stuff, Samira stuff.
and it's
and as soon as the aura sort of approaches,
well, yeah, that
like
dark
Roshan
spirit
just starts to back up
begins
for
to
no
unfold.
reason. And he just keeps backing up into the middle of the.
And I catch his gaze, and I'm like, "No, don't be over there." I gesture that he can come and hide in the shelter behind the mongrel's leg.
No, I'm totally Homer Simpson into tables and shit.
Here in this, just you back into a bunch of robots. I peek out from behind the knee.
yeah. A piece of advice. Soldiers who can't follow directions have no business being in the field, regardless of their skill in a mech.
I'm not a soldier.
Well, I've heard you want to be.
Yeah,
This is behavior that's unbecoming of a soldier.
I guess.
A little bit, right? So the best way to exhibit your potential aptitude and usefulness in a combat situation is to exhibit your aptitude and usefulness in a
But he doesn't
non-combat.
understand me.
I'm sure he doesn't.
I could get this done in 2 days, 3 days, maybe 5. I don't need all this time. He doesn't need to tell me what to do.
Okay, so then allow me to tell you what to do. Finish it in 2 days' time, and then you have all the time you need in the simulator, being free of your sort of duties, as it were.
But that's not how I work. I take time, I want to do my thing.
You don't get to work how you want to work.
Why not?
You have to work the way the team needs you to work if you want to be part of a team. This isn't a solo project. This is a group project.
I'm gonna take this mic off and go home.
Yeah,
I can't.
And Stavron's just like, no,
It's like I'm looking for my keys.
not like this. She's so young.
And Stavron, you see,
I hide.
as you're looking around the corner at this interaction, you see Zigzag pick up her tools and literally just go right to work on the mongrel.
When I'm there, and I come out, I like emerge from behind it and I say,
I just put, before he says anything, I just put a gentle hand on her shoulder and I say, good choices.
Fine.
I get down on my hands and knees. I crawl away from the back. Like I crawl like, this is like at Kmart. Like when you like hide inside that, like the circular thing that has the clothes on it, you hide in the middle. Like I am crawling just between the legs of Max. Like I'm crawling for my life. Because I know that this energy can't be contained. I know that it has to have some other purpose. It has to have some other expression. I just don't want it to be me. Stand up behind the bouncer.
Roshan's at one of the workbenches just really doing a terrible job of pantomiming some sort of activity.
You're putting tools on tools. That's
And you can see them clear as day doing it.
Do you need assistance there?
No.
Why are you sweating?
Why are you greasy?
I'm hot. It's a little hot in here.
It's freezing in here. I can practically see my own breath.
I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing? You're not in trouble.
I think we're all in trouble. I think
Sorry.
we're gonna be in trouble for a while.
Stop saying sorry.
Oh no.
It's bad. It feels bad.
Sorry for saying sorry.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's dark.
And you're like,
It's dark. Yeah. It comes up from somewhere deep.
I gotta go check on something.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be far away. It should be close.
You go like 10 feet away. I just watch. I'm like,
Just moves over there.
why are you crawling on the floor?
Well, it's dirty. It's too dirty. I didn't know how dirty it was. This is my next project. Ah! No, I'm gonna start mopping. I'm definitely gonna start mopping for real. And that little bot is gonna come over and I'll be like, no, I need to be seen doing this.
But you see the bot's armatures, 6 armatures come out of its shell with
Yeah, absolutely.
little
Very
mops.
crab-like.
Yeah,
Whoa.
with little mops.
Oh, I see. Well, fuck this. I put it away. Like, if you got, I know you had 6 mops. You had a mop?
Yeah, it's like a little dustbuster. It's like
Well,
a
yeah,
Roomba.
exactly. But I'd never seen it like fully engorged. Like I didn't know there was like 6 of these motherfucking things. That's crazy.
They're mini mops.
Well, yeah, but in aggregate,
One
it's
big
a lot
mop.
of mop. I say, yeah, God, what a comfort. I'd bring the mop out, dump it out. No, I don't need to do this. You have this under control. Please, and just keep doing it.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see the simulator door slowly close.
I say it. I need you to be out here. It's probably going to be a 12-hour shift for you. I need you to be out here going crazy on this floor. She's gonna turn that gaze on you. I need you to. Yeah. That's what you think now.
Couple mops go in the air.
Yeah,
like
but
this.
you're gonna see it. She's gonna come and she's gonna put this look on you, and you think, oh yeah, Oberon. Get ready.
See the conversation with the robot go into a 10th minute?
Yeah. There's a lot of pantomiming. I pretend to have my own. I'm like, well, maybe it would make him more comfortable if he thought I had mops. Listen, let's talk about it like this. No, it doesn't work. But I do feel good. I feel like things are finally starting to improve down.
Mm-hmm. And that's where the scene kind of goes dark.
Thank God.
Does anybody have anything else they want to do on the ship before
Before ancient Kentucky.
Old Kentucky gets you break Atmo?
No, I mean, I want to make sure I call ahead, make sure that there's enough dogs for everybody.
I'd like to program a little bot, if we have one, specifically to assist Zizi.
Okay.
Oh,
It has like little magnetic
Do you have
limbs.
do you have computing?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, roll me a computing check.
I have a 3 + 4.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, okay, wait. So do I add the full 7?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so 15.
Yeah, and you're just rolling. You're rolling against my 2. So
Okay.
a 2 dice is an easy check. 3 is a normal. 4 is a hard check.
Okay, got
It's
it.
fun. It's super fun. But no, you add all that shit.
Okay,
So you're
15.
able to easily understand how these nanobots are working and can get into their coding system if you want to change anything about them.
Yeah, I assign them to assist Zizi in every single way because I'm very proud of her for heeding good advice. And so they hand her every tool, take every tool that she's done with out of her hands. And it's like a beautiful ballet. And then they place them like perfectly on a tray in order where every single thing can be found and they can identify like what she needs. She says she needs like a screwdriver, it gets the one with the right bit.
Yeah.
And Stavrin, as you look from the mezzanine of the bay down, you see that ZZ is working, the nanobots are assisting her, but you also see that half of the bay floor is half clean and the other half is not. And you don't see the
bot.
The mop bot anymore.
I hand you a mop.
Now. So, yeah, I'll finish it. I'll finish the rest of it. Yeah. Marvelous. Yeah. I'm gonna get to work, and basically, but I mean, everybody is just sort of happily toiling away, you know, as that scene goes dark, like it's domestic bliss essentially, right?
And after 2 weeks, Burnout calls out over the comm system that you're breaking Atmo to Old Kentucky. You land in one of the ports, and it is a cool spring afternoon. Nice breezes flowing as the bay doors come down. And Stavrin, as you look out along the strip into downtown Old Kentucky, you see banners hanging from lampposts. You see billboards. You see all sorts
It's turned up.
Yeah. And all of them say Tabs by Fergus Mack.
You motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, I head right back up to my room. Door opens, clean, smooth departure, smooth close, grand opening, grand closing. I sit down, and I'm just gonna open up my my computer there in my room, and I'm just gonna put a quick call in to Fergus Mack.
There is no answer.
Perfect. Well, I'm going to contact the Dawn on Chagos.
Okay. Hey, how you doing?
Sir,
Long time no see. Where's my money?
sir, listen.
I gave you the franchise. You got my money?
Well, I got some money, but I don't have all the money. And part of the reason is there's a situation out here on Old Kentucky.
Listen, I don't care about your situations. I care about my payment that I leased out to you for part of the franchise.
Well, no, and
You think I don't want excuses? I want my money.
well, this is a rich narrative. Don't you want to be part of an exciting story, one where you emerge the victor? Think about this. Out here on Old Kentucky, we have somebody who has taken our tabs.
Whoa. What do you, okay, explain.
I'm made. Someone has taken our tabs and created a parallel franchise opportunity.
So what you're telling me is you let someone steal my idea, which I leased out to you.
That's the least charitable way of putting it.
That's how I am putting it.
But something similar to what you said did occur. But in a way
I don't
that
see
looks
this as
better
a
for
me problem. This is a you problem.
Oh,
As in, you need to get this shit fixed.
Oh, listen, you are not telling me anything that I don't know. I just wanted to make sure that you understood.
Henny, you walk by and overhear this whole conversation.
I wanted to make sure that you understood. Oh, here, then I should change my thing. Obviously, sir, you know you know that I'm trying to make the best business I can out of these tabs, and this is not, obviously this isn't the first deal that I've ever made, but it's the first deal I've made with Satan the devil, a man named Fergus Mack out here on Old Kentucky. I think he's had one too many Kentucky dogs, and now he's going hog wild. I just need you to understand that it's being dealt with. If any information should come back your way, I need you to just rest, relax, tip back some grappa,
I want
and
this
we'll take it to the next
situation
level.
cleaned up.
Well, it's going to get messier before it gets clean, but yes, I think you'll be impressed with the final state.
You won't be happy if you don't.
I agree with you, actually. Thank you. It's been an absolute pleasure. Okay, so we're going to come back.
And you turn around and Hannah is
My hands are full of tabs. And I'm like,
Are you hooked on them?
no, I got these because you collect them.
Well, thanks, Mom. Like, this is like the mommest shit. Oh my God, dude. Don't you love these? Oh my God.
Don't you love these things that were stolen from you?
Yeah, I do. I do love them. And I'll just sadly shuck a few tabs. And
getting high on your own
all
supply?
no, and it's all commons. It's all toilet paper. There's not a good one in the fucking grip, and I own them.
And this is your own supply.
Yeah, I'm getting high on my own supply, and I put it with something else. It's bath salts. So I say, Mom, I think I have to program a robot to kill a man.
Yeah, I overheard.
Yeah. So last time we were here, I tried to put in an arrangement. Now, I've done this arrangement before, and it's gone quite well.
You haven't signed contract.
No, but this guy is a piece of shit. And so Stavern is dumb, but he wouldn't have signed a contract that allowed him to do this. So I'm just going to pull the contract up. I didn't drink on this contract. I made a new rule that I sometimes follow. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to pull the contract up, and I'm just going to look at it with my mom.
standard licensing contract.
Yeah. So it doesn't involve Fergus Mack taking over the whole thing.
Nope.
And doing it. See, I was worried, Mom. I thought it was going to be a situation where I was like, hey, fuck me up the ass. And, once a quarter.
Right.
But no, not this time. So this is a fairly clear, and then I'll pop over, like on my screen, I'll just pop to some of the Calypso's external cameras, and you can just see it, like every lane, every byway, every elevated structure is covered with the evidence of this theft. And I say, yeah,
Yeah, and
I'm in for a percentage of all of this, theoretically.
as you're looking over, you do see the Fergus Mack Hall of Fame.
What? What? And I zoom in. Like, I enhance the fucking quadrant. I'm like, Hall of what?
Yeah.
Fergus who?
You see the front display has encased in glass all these incredibly rare tabs
I'm going
that
to
you
put
don't
his
even have.
fucking head in that case. Jesus Christ. I got to go talk to these bots today. Because they have some work to do, frankly. They don't need the big guy. I think this is going to be work for the little ones. And so I'm going to...
But killing
you can walk with me, like we'll walk down to the thing.
isn't going to get you the money he owes you.
But I don't like him.
But you need to extract the orange juice from the orange before you throw the orange in the trash, right?
Is Fergus Mack the orange?
In this analogy, yes.
Okay.
You don't need him dead. You need the money that he owes you.
And your robots.
He does have red hair. I mean, sort of.
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Killing him won't get you
No.
paid.
No.
All of his ill-gotten gains will probably go to his next of kin and will be
Exactly.
safely outside of our reach.
No. Somebody, like, that's the last part. That's the last part in the causal chain. And the truth is I would much rather have a chastised vassal operating the tab business here.
And you see 3 of the little nanobots come up as you both are talking.
Yeah.
And they all each
And I say, what's up?
they all hold one of the signs up.
Oh.
That says Jed, Brent,
yeah,
and
exactly.
Florence.
They're still, so it's this asshole. I say, as if that were not enough. This Mac asshole stole 3 of the cleaning bots. Now, do they clean a lot? No, I mean, not really. But there still are bots. They're not for him to take. And so while we were here last time, he stole. Yeah, I mean, it's an issue.
We disguise one of these bots as one of his bots. We put a wiretap kit on it or some type of recording device.
Exactly.
We send this bot into his stronghold to pose as Brent, let's say.
Yeah, we know exactly
hope
what
that
they
it does not
look like.
actually intersect with the trajectory of the real Brent.
Of
we
Brent
get
Prime.
incriminating or pertinent information, maybe something we can use against Fergus Mac.
Mm-hmm.
And then we use that against him to get you paid, and then we also ask for the bots back.
Well, this is what I was going to say. So
No, you weren't. But I think this is infinitely better than killing him because it will get us everything we need.
Well, absolutely. But I was going to involve the bots in some way. I mean, that was on the docket. Yeah, and I'll just kneel down and I'll say, speaking of which, and I'll say, all right, I want to see. Listen up, guys. Who can do the best Jed impression? Which one of the 3 of you can do Jed perfect? And I want to see perfect.
And you see one of the bots just
And I say, no, you first. They all. I need a performance from each of them. Like, you first.
2 little apertures hang down in the front of the bot.
Okay, little dealy bobbers.
Yeah, and they look like little teeth.
Yeah, little toofs. Okay, all right. Here, all right, now you.
The other one puts out 2 mops and literally goes in a rapid circular motion on the ground.
Does that feel Jed? That feel especially Jed? To you?
I've never met them, never had the fortune.
Yeah. I don't know. That doesn't seem like. I'm not getting Jed vibes. Contestant number 3.
Okay, the third one puts 5 apertures up and then lowers 4.
Well, okay, so you just don't want to do it, and that's fine. But you could have said that. And I say, all right, contestant number 1, you're up. Say, because my guess is that they have all kinds of ways to communicate with each other that we might not be privy to. So my hope is that he can travel out there, pick up that communication frequency, try to find his pal. No, hey, I'm
While
working.
the simulator, while it's still happening, the simulator door opens, and Roshan points to a little bot in the corner that has not been involved in any of this. And Roshan says, "That one looks like Brent."
And
Simulator door closes.
So from here I'll say, hey, do you look like Brett?
and it raises its 2 apertures.
Good enough. It's like, you're off the hook, contestant 1. You're fine. He was doing his little teeth thing. I don't know. I thought. But no, we're fine with this. We're fine with Brett. But essentially, what we want to talk to pseudo Brett about, Brett 2, by Red,
Turn.
is essentially we need them to get out there because, like I say, they have their own mode of communication. He's going to be able to find that mode of communication and then hopefully work with them. My guess is that Fergus Mac is probably savvy, but I don't know if he can crack a fucking software structure that they wrote themselves. My guess is that the worst case scenario is that Brett is just having to pretend to do dumb shit for a little while. But facts is facts. We need to get access to Brett Prime. And the optimal scenario is that we can use this to reprogram some of the stuff that they have done. Because obviously the brand is very young right now. If we can establish in the spaces that he's already pushing his tab brand, we just need to put some brand confusion in the mix, right? It could be a situation where it's like, oh, these tabs, can we really rely on these tabs? Do we trust these tabs?
Okay.
I've never gotten one epic.
Well, we need to potentially sever his connection with his distributor so we can move some of the massive crates of product we
Yes,
have
yes,
on
yes.
this
Because
ship.
we have heaps.
Yeah. So I instruct Pseudo Brett on how to install a wiretap kit.
Okay.
On
Just gonna get a
Fergus
little one
Mac's
here.
phone. Yeah.
Move here.
Okay.
I have one in my inventory, so I give it to him and I instruct him on how to properly install it on a phone
Okay.
There we go.
or communication device.
Exactly. So and so, I mean, this is something that these creatures can hopefully, operate in a more or less autonomous way. I mean, certainly, they autonomously refuse to clean. So, hopefully, in that same zone.
Pile is growing.
Dude, this is too much. I don't need you to have that many chips, but they're too fun to use. Like the game kicks ass.
Yeah, it's fun.
Fun. But now I think
So
it's time to head out.
you see Brett the second
Yeah.
leave
Brett too.
Brett too.
leave the bay and scuttle out into the city. After about 2 or 3 hours, he runs back and pops up a holovid screen for you, and you see.
Because they have 3 total, right? They've stolen 3 of our best bots.
You see a cantina essentially, and above it it says the pickled minnow. And there's also point of view footage of Brent the second
Yeah.
slipping into the bar, and you can see Fergus Mac seated in one of the booths. Brent, unfortunately, wasn't able to get close enough
To get the phone.
to get the phone because he was surrounded by other people, but also Jed, Florence, and Brent Prime were there.
Oh, so he runs around with them. This is like his running crew.
Shit.
Well, you know what though? Even if they didn't do it, our initial riposte could be to parlay. Could be to just go meet him in the minnow and start there and then consider secondary options after that.
Okay.
If we just wanted to go on a fact-finding mission.
You go and speak to him, and I will post up nearby
Mhm.
with a sniper rifle. And
Well,
if
I mean,
things go awry, I kill
Mom,
him.
Obviously, we love the hustle. But
No?
I don't think this is a sniper.
So you're gonna walk into a place where he's surrounded by 5 of his friends, and you think you have any bargaining power in
Well,
this scenario?
I'm very charming, Mom.
It's not a very good time for jokes, darling.
Okay.
I love your little jokes. No one loves your little jokes more
Run
than
the
I.
hands through the hair.
No one loves your little jokes more than me. I find them amusing, but I just don't know that this is the time for one of your bits or your goofabouts.
You need to write. This is. It's nice to have an audience,
Your
obviously.
little spoofs or whatever it is you do. I don't know, but
Okay. Well, I don't think the sniper rifle is correct. So these other bots. So now that Brett 2 is back, let's talk about this. So were you able to talk to Jed and the rest of them?
Mm-mm.
They wouldn't talk at all?
Mm-mm.
Oh, little. They didn't say any stuff. All right. Well, I'm just going to send him a mail and says, hey, I love some of the banners I've seen around town. Is there a time that we can? Is there a time or a place that we can meet?
You get no response.
Yeah, and then obviously I was just going to airstrike the area from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Rolling those canisters of CN20. It's so much harder if they don't pick up your call. Like I can't even imagine like dating on Old Kentucky.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should have a sniper rifle.
Well, if you nuke it from orbit, I don't know how these bots would feel about you turning
Yeah, you're
their
right.
friends into glass.
Into slag. All right. Okay, so
You can ill afford another mutiny.
yeah, so I say, you know what? I was wrong. Let's go back to the sniper thing. I actually, this is good.
Okay.
Yeah,
So me and Rashawn will post up nearby
nearby.
for safety.
Mm-hmm.
You don't. You want to tell her?
What? What?
Rashawn,
What? What?
Rashawn is a complicated young man.
What does that mean?
You'd have to see.
See what?
Yeah,
Or is this going to be an object lesson?
yeah. You're gonna have to. You know what? It would be good for him. Go ahead and take him.
Do I get any inkling that something is off here?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
100%. It's completely off.
What are you telling me?
The vibes are bad.
Yeah, they're off.
Why is he sweating again?
He's moist. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. They're moist where he's from. He's just very moist. It's space moisture, which is a real type. And I say, absolutely. And so I have my little.
Okay, so you're not going to answer my question. I'm going to just turn to you then because you seem to wither every time I look at you. What is he not telling me?
You don't even know.
I don't know.
Are you not good in the field? You have a trading card.
He is exquisite in the field. If he is in a mech. If he is not in a mech,
Okay.
he is not. He's not. If you think he's wet now, he's going to be soaking ass wet.
So do you
You're
know
gonna
how
need to bring a
to
towel.
use a gun?
Yes.
Oh, he's sweet. Oh, he's such a good boy.
It isn't that he doesn't know how to use the
He
gun.
doesn't. You don't want to. You don't like
And I
it.
say, Rashawn, I want to engage you in a thought experiment. Everything that you do in Samira, well, maybe not everything, but a lot of that stuff, you could do with your own body. Your body's special, Rashawn. And it's growing every day. It's, I've never had, I don't.
Should I?
Maybe this is
Could
why
you
Rashawn
please-
is like this.
Should I excuse myself
No, I think that he needs the talk.
That's it.
from me?
As this happens, you get a holovid from Fergus
Oh,
saying, "Yes, meet me at the pickled minnow."
great. Yeah, well, I'm pretty busy right now, but I'll probably be able to be there in 5 minutes.
Odd, but okay.
All right. Anyway, boop, boop, boop. Anyway, yes, your body's growing, it's changing, it's beautiful. And you can,
You might as well be speaking Greek.
you can, God,
Is Rashawn rubbing off on you?
it's happening, it's so complicated. I'm regressing. Just as Rashawn is taking the 4. Go with my mom.
Yes, Commander.
I'm not giving you the talk.
No. I'll do it when I get back. I have a lot of the same stuff.
Instead, I give you a revolver. And I'm like, just watch my back.
Yeah, here's the talk. Sometimes you'll need to kill.
Pull this thing and it goes bang.
He grabs it from the top.
No. No.
Like a cat, like trying to pick up a
No.
cat by the scruff.
No. Trigger discipline. Don't put your finger in the well until you're ready to
Yeah,
shoot.
exactly. Point at the deck.
And then he just holds it with in between.
Like a sandwich. I say honestly, this is honestly
down in
good.
front of it.
Better than what it was.
Anyway, like I said, you kind of have to see it. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna climb into a lion's mouth. I'll see everybody later, I guess. Right, I'm going to bring my bot too. We'll bring Brett too, which of course has their own name, but I think they're Brett too from now on. I'll just have him with me. It's like he's got 3 bots. You know, I gotta make sure I got the squad.
At least one bot.
Yeah, I have to have a bot for sure. So they are finding their venue, their context that they can use to get the visibility here. But I'm definitely
Every now and then you hear like a bang, and you like look.
Just at the skyline.
Roshan's like holding on to a ladder with one hand.
No, Jesus Christ. Okay, I got to get through this fast. This is what I've learned. So I walk in. It's very smooth. I've got my cyber pet, here very near. It's absent-mindedly cleaning parts of the floor. It's not hardcore. It doesn't look spooky. But I mean, I already know exactly where he is.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I make a point of like looking around, like.
And the bar is bustling.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Lots of targets.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna go and sit down, and then put my elbow out and look over the knuckles, like, see what's going on here. I'm gonna get you dialed in. I get him zoned in. I say, Fergus Mac, I understand you got a very lucrative tab business.
Yeah, you gave me this great business.
That's exclusively
It's
your
wonderful.
own.
I love
and
it.
you never did anything with.
You supplied me with everything I needed.
Well, I supplied you with a very small amount of what you needed, but I have a hold full of everything else that you need to make this business run.
Doesn't look like that anymore, does it?
Okay, I don't have any tickets, but my guess is that I'll be looking around this bar and people will be comparing, like it's already metastasized. Like it's already been made manifest here in this place. And I say this is nothing like the arrangement that we had. I think you don't actually understand who I serve. I think that you were making bad choices, and I want you to have an opportunity to start making good ones. And you can make them as early as this meeting. You can start today.
What are you going to do to me, kid?
I won't have to.
I've got your bots and I've got your business.
You have some of my bots. I should show you who they work for. And you might have different ideas. Here, just as a basic idea, I'll just pull up my tablet, because I have my little app that I tell who is and isn't cool. And I'll say, and as I put it out there, I'm like, no, he'll just fucking steal that. And I take the tablet and I put it back away. I say, just between you, me, and the fence post, we got some cool bots. So tabs in the inner sphere are a very sophisticated, very interlaced business. And at the top, there are people for whom tabs are more of a lifestyle than a business, more of an identity. They're incredibly dangerous people.
And
you should be worried about dangerous people because of the bullshit you're doing. I need to make a fucking top 10 hit. I need like powerful lyrics and driving bass. Like, how am I going to get you to understand this? You're fucking around with people you shouldn't be fucking around with.
I don't know. It seems like I'm doing okay right as it is.
Yeah, this second.
Whole town paying me money.
God, I hate him so much. What are you doing?
You cut to like a block and a half away on a rooftop, and Hannah is completely, in position.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Angel of Death.
Yeah, the scope's locked in. If anything goes down, and like completely obscured by a sign or something, and then you see Roshan just standing upright behind her on a rooftop.
Like I'm probably actually laying prone.
Yes, you're laying
course, of
prone
course.
in
With my-
position,
with my sniper
and
rifle,
Roshan is
like-
just standing behind you,
Like looking around.
upright.
And I'm just like, so tell me about the women in your life, Roshan. Is there someone special that you fight for? Someone whose portrait is tastefully painted on the side of your mech?
No.
What? Why? You have fans. You're on a card.
I do.
Yes. People are paying tons to get the hollow version of you.
Okay.
And this doesn't, that doesn't make you happy at all?
I like driving mechs.
Why do you do what you do?
I don't know.
Well, let's think about it.
You have like one eye in this scope.
Yeah, like ready to murder. Well, let's think about it. Do you enjoy the part that comes after getting out of the Mac? And being lauded and paid for the work you do? Or do you enjoy the part where you're inside of it?
He doesn't even know. He doesn't. He's.
No, he knows.
Yeah.
Like
I guess that's true.
he doesn't want to leave it.
No. He sort of goes into the state.
Yeah. Like I like being inside.
Why do you like that so much? Do you like the danger? Or do you like it because you're good at it?
This is
Yeah. I mean, this is Roshan. I mean, this is
the talk.
This is his version of the talk, right?
Roshan is just, you can see his eyes just like looking from side to side, like trying to
Just try to find it.
find what it is that he likes being in there. And after a couple seconds of silence, he says,
He says nothing. Because through your scope, you see
I'm sorry, that was the most savage GM.
"No, it's fucking awesome."
This game lets you do shit.
No,
man.
but like, how awesome is it that question is unanswered?
yeah,
Because he was gonna answer.
yeah.
in your scope, you see 5 brutes just surround the table, and you can't see Stavrin at this point or Fergus.
Because they're
They're
blocked by these
They're
guys.
blocking your way.
Do they look like they're there to hurt my child?
Yeah, or they're at least in an aggressive posture.
Posture,
They're
yeah.
posturing.
Okay.
No weapons have been drawn yet. Nothing of that nature.
I send a
And
warning shot.
There's a weird before you shoot. There's a weird thing happens where Roshan just calls out 2 more targets to the right, in between the doorway leading into the hull.
Jesus, that's worse.
That's worse. And then play your cards and you shoot them.
So, Stavrin,
And it was like kind of like a weird voice too.
Okay.
the stone arch above your booth is pierced by a bullet, and
Jesus.
and dust and debris fall onto the table, and Fergus is like, whoa.
So that's what you get for fucking with me,
All right,
old man. Jesus Christ, do the fucking math. Think I came from nowhere? I kill people for a living, you stupid piece of shit. He never gets a chance to actually do it at the right time.
roll me some kind of charisma check.
I got
I
got
if you have a skill.
leadership. I got a couple
No,
cool
not
things in
leadership,
here.
but you
Yeah,
need,
yeah. Here, we'll
acting
throw some
or-
acting in.
Yeah.
All right. So total, I have 5, 6, 7, 8.
Beat me by 1. So he says, Fergus just looks at you. He's like, all right, listen.
Uh-huh.
I'm willing
listening.
to talk. We'll go back to the original arrangement. We'll just pure licensing fee. But I need help.
I'm going to let this gun talk.
No, listen, I got a deal for you. I'm putting together one of the 5v5 matches. I'll give you free entry in. I'm making a ton of money on the backside of this. You bring your crew. I've got, I'll even show them to you. Come on over. And you see a big, burly.
Oh, this is the squad.
This is the brutes?
Yeah.
No, these aren't the brutes. This is a different guy.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Tall, looking redheaded man.
Ginger.
This is Malcolm McGill. And Malcolm looks at you like, hey, Malcolm McGill of this 36th Division Northwind Highlanders.
Really? I say, am I supposed to have heard of it? And it's and it's like so obvious. I'm like, pleasure to meet you. I mean, this is
He says, listen,
serious
Fergus,
fucking business.
I've got a problem, but it's okay. This guy doesn't look like much. I've only got 4. I'm willing to fight with 4, and he can take 5.
Wow.
Is that okay with you, little one?
I say, were you talking to your dick?
Are we good?
And I'll stand up and I'll say, yeah, we're good.
And Fergus says, you really aren't good at business, but fine.
I'll sit down and I'll say, and he seems like a nice guy.
He's wonderful.
I say, why do you need my help? Where are you having the problems? You haven't been able to put the match together
Correct.
because nobody will fight these fucking animals you found. Is that part of it?
On this planet, it's harder to find 5v5s, and especially when they're not allowed.
I say, I have an in whenever you're ready to step up to Chagos.
Well, we'll see.
I say, well, we're going back to the old deal. And these banners are changed by the time I leave this shithole. They're changing. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Get your fucking thing out. I want to see it. Get it out. Yeah. All right. And I look at his bots that are not his bots, and I say, and they're coming with me. Because you stole them and you're a piece of shit. Yeah, whoa.
If you win, I'll give them to you.
What are you talking about?
If you beat McGill, I'll give those to you. I'm already conceding to the original agreement.
Oh, well, yeah. And honestly, if he's paying the entry fee, that's like 10 to 12 million C-bills by itself. This is fucked, right?
We don't have any idea what's happening.
This is completely
I'm
fucked.
still up there doing the mom thing, asking you incredibly uncomfortable questions. We've all been there when you're alone with your friend's mom.
Oh my God, dude. It's the worst. They're getting a ride from their dad
the one
home.
that I got was, so you two are cute together. Do you have a crush on Jason?
Oh,
it
God.
was horrible. So that if it's like, why are you so good at that, Bronze? Because we've all been there.
Because it's too real.
You got left with your friend's mom.
No, but we're like in a different situation now where you are still looking for the first twitch out of one of these guys.
I'm
'Cause
very,
you fired
I'm
a
like,
shot
I'm
already,
trained in. Yeah.
And this weird voice from Roshan is like, second guy from Stavron's left, slug thrower under the trench coat. First guy on his left.
You're breaking
underslung.
down, like this is from the way the coat breaks against the
Yes.
shirt.
Underslung, under the shoulder auto pistol.
Where were you hiding all of that? Where is this guy all of the time? Darling, you're young, you're talented, you're smart. You should be as confident as my child is, truly.
There's no response.
I
He is just laser focused on the situation.
Yeah, I say they're all coming with me.
Yeah, if you win.
No,
Yeah.
they're coming with me
No,
today.
if you win.
actually.
Listen, I'm giving you this for this and that. I'll keep these if you can't beat these 4 guys
Well, I mean,
with your team of 5.
no, hang on. I think I have the situation correct. You're in trouble with the 36th Division Northwind Highlander.
No, they just want to fight.
Yes, but you haven't been able to put the fight together for them, right?
I'm not in trouble with them. It's not mine.
But if you can't put that fight together, you're going to be kind of in a lot of trouble with them, right?
No,
You don't think so?
I'm just not going to be able to put a fight together. And I want to put a fight together that makes some money.
Well, here, yeah.
If you were good at business, you might understand that.
Well, here. I'll just ask them. I'll see what the actual situation is, and then I'll come back with that information. Or you can give me my fucking robots, and we can just have the business arrangement that we agreed to. Ooh, 11 was 12. All right, so I get these dice plus 3. That's going to be pretty brutal. No, it's not good, but that's fine. I mean, that is what it is. And since we're going to win anyway,
Just listen. Let's do it by the books. I'm keeping the robots for now as collateral.
I say I'm gonna be fixing discovery chips in these robots so that I know their whereabouts. That's fair to me. If you're saying that I'm anteing these bots,
That's fine.
I need to know where they are at all times.
That's fine. You can, but I'm going to keep them here with me if you don't win.
For now. Yeah,
If you don't win.
sure. But I mean, why are we even talking about that? I don't think it's possible to lose.
Good for you.
I've never seen it. I'll stand up from the thing. I'll give Brett 2 a little scratch on the front, and I say, "I've been winning. I don't know how to stop."
All right.
And I'm gonna trip super hard on Brett 2 and fall down over Brett, and then
And you see this to yourself.
you see it like in 4K. My head hits the back of a chair that's up on the back of my head. And oh, God. Get up. Help me, Brent. Help me, Brent. Help me up. Help me up, buddy. I'm having a hard time. All right. Hey, Fergus, it's been awesome.
Tomorrow at noon.
Yeah.
See you in the fields.
12:30.
Noon. See you in the fields.
I get to the door and I say, 1 o'clock.
Noon.
Right, see ya. But then I go the wrong way, and then I have to walk back. I have to walk in front of the opening again to go the other way. And Brett is fine. Brett just follows me each way like he's fine with it. He's gonna back my plane no matter what. And everywhere he goes, spotless.
Yep.
Spotless. And then I'll walk out and I'll look out to where I think you might be. And I'll go, and I say, "Your boy." Your boy. And then I'll keep walking.
I'm like showing it to Roshan. See, so much of it is confidence, right?
That's a lot of it. That's a big part
Like,
of
look
it.
at this boy. It's just confidence. You know, you could have that too.
Okay.
Everybody falls. It's about getting back up. You know, look, he even went the wrong way.
Again, and now he's going the wrong way again. He's lost. But he's not unhappy.
Nobody would know it based off of his body language.
They can't tell. They think he owns the place.
So you have till noon tomorrow.
We do.
If you need anything done.
Yeah, I mean, everything is basically ready. When I get back,
Zigzag has already completed the repairs on all the mechs.
she was inspired.
Oh yeah, and they're immaculate.
Oh yeah, they're looking perfect.
Even the claim jumper's fixed.
Now that hurts, because the claim jumper is like, that's the old one. This is like the mech I learned to drive them on.
Oh.
And we haven't had the money to fix it. So she must have done it with
You had the money to buy
snips and snails and puppy dog tails. Yeah, that I'm basically like, as I'm coming back into the hold, I'm looking at my personal like communicator screen, and I'm just making sure that I can see where the bots are.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure that I know where they are on GPS. And when I look up, I'm looking up at the claim jumper.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm just sort of like walking through without thinking about it, and then I look up, and it is like, it's like I remember it basically. Like this is what I had seen before. Like when we started Black Remnant, it was off the back of this fucking workhorse old mech.
Yep. And Zigzag is back in the simulator.
Yeah.
Hey, she earned it.
Yeah, exactly. So what I'm going to do is, so this is the best thing. So this is one of the things that you can do for people with obsessions, is it's called like providing space. So I'm gonna bring over one of the stools from the Atlas bar. I won't drag it on the floor, right? That's gauche. But I'm gonna set it up behind where I can look at the screen while she's playing, and I'll be like, "What's that?"
Hey, I got your work done, okay? Don't bother me.
No, I want to know. What's that? There's like, because inside the gauntlet there's these whirling gems and icons and video game type stuff. I'm like, I don't know what's the yellow gem?
What is it?
Oh, the yellow gem is a rate of fire pickup.
Okay.
And so basically he's just going to be like sitting behind her on the thing, and basically like just getting the download, like letting her express her mastery of the simulator to a willing audience, which is one of the greatest pleasures of life.
And she just keeps playing.
Yeah. I mean, I think that would be a really cool place to end the episode, where it's just sort of like it's getting darker. She's working on it. Everything's perfect. And she just has a chance to show off, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we'll end for the night.
Black Remnant. It's back. Back Remnant. I don't know. Maybe something like that. Oh, here, you're gonna love this. Are you ready?
We didn't even get to the comment.
I know. Here, listen. There is a saying that you should know. It's the call sign of the program. Do you know what it is?
Mm-mm.
See you next Tuesday.
Oh.
Right? I knew that you would like it. We don't say the word.
Oh.
It's it's not.
Jasmine doesn't.
It's
hilarious.
not, it's not our word.
It's amazing.
You can use it, but it's not our word.
I got excited.
But all I wanted to say is that obviously, thank you so much for rolling back through Black Remnant, back at it again for 2024.
Mom Remnant.
Dude, yeah, Mom Remnant. No. It's back Momnant, I think is it. But thank you so much, Jasmine, for coming and making Hannah Otho a real character.
Yeah, of course.
I appreciate it.
It was super fun.
Kick-ass
This
move.
game is cool.
Now, you should definitely check out, if you can, you got to come and see what it looks like when the mats and the boards come out.
I didn't paint this for nothing.
So you can use your toy.
I worked hard on this.
Oh, there's no question. I know perfectly well that you want to see this on the field, and it sounds like we may have an opportunity with this 5v4 next week.
Am I one of the 5?
I think that's what the number is meant to indicate. Yes. So it could be very exciting. Anyway, if you're not familiar with that particular system, it's like wargaming, except you just have to do your guy. It is good times, maybe as early as next week. You know what? Let's try Tuesday. No, for real. Let's think about Tuesday, maybe around 2:30. What do we think?
Story then.
Hey, it sounds good to me. Thanks so much for rolling through, everybody. We'll see you.